Wright theme song, isn't it? I don't like the sound of this ringtone right now. It sounds kind of ominous. Yeah, I know. Hello? Hutch Gumshoe, we're in trouble now, pal. I'll be back at the office really soon. What's wrong? Something really unexpected just happened. Mr. Edgeworth, Edgeworth? Anyway, hurry up and get back to the office, pal. I don't know what's going on anymore. It's not good. The end. Hello? He got cut off. What's going on, Mr. Nick? Gumshoe said we need to go back to the office right away. Then we should hurry back. I'm scared to go back. What are you talking about? Mr. Nick, put yourself together. Maybe it'll be good news. Somehow, I doubt that. Especially considering what it sounded like. Jesus. Right, go back to the office, I suppose. Ugh. Hey pal, Mr. Edgeworth's already back. Well, what happened? We got him. We know who bought that spy camera. Huh? This quickly? And this bear's what gave them away, pal. The bear? I figured it out, pal. I figured that we should have been looking into the bear instead of the camera. Wasn't that Mr. Edgeworth that figured? Shh, pals. And? Go on. There's only one person who bought one of those bears who's related to this crime. Who is it? Who would be so rude as to find another person in their room? Matt Ongard. Oh, so he is guilty. Matt Ongard, your client. That's who, pal. And here I thought things couldn't get any worse. Oh no. Very bad. Stuffed bear. Are you sure you heard right? That the person who bought this bear was... I heard it from the department store clerk, pal. This is the credit card receipt for the purchase. It's for $3,800, pal. That's an exact match to the price of that stuffed bear. A receipt? That's all you have? No, it's not just a receipt, pal. The store clerk said so himself. He told me I'm sure I sold the bear to Mr. Ongard. I mean, the clerk even got Mr. Ongard's autograph out of it, pal. So I'm sure the person that bought the stuffed bear was Mr. Ongard himself. My sight is failing me. This can't be. Great! Right, there we go. Jesus. So what about the spy camera we found? Ah, that was a dead end, pal. I mean, you can get this kind of thing from anywhere. But for now, I guess I can give these back to you. For you to file away into evidence. Yay! So we got the spy camera, the transmitter, and stuffed bear. Back in my evidence. Or court record. I know you don't want to give up, pal. I didn't think it was possible. The person who put the spy camera in Wonka Reader's room was Matt Ongard. Why? Why would Mr. Ongard do something like that? Or like this. I bet it was to catch Miss Andrews and Mr. Carida in one of their rendezvous. I bet it's not good enough for me. I have to know the absolute truth behind this camera. Are you going to see him? Mr. Ongard, I mean? Yes. I'm scared, Mr. Nick. I wonder what we will find out next. I'm scared myself, but I have to put on a good face for pals. Matt Ongard, what in the world have you done? Oh no. Oi oi oi. Alright, so let's move. Right, so, Detention Center. You're working really late, you know. It's already past 10 PM, dude. I think it's time you told me the truth. Relax. Don't you know what that ignorance is bliss? If you really want to know, let's talk. Yeah, let's. Oh, I need to present. My bad. I wanted to object. Oh my god, 5 of the fuckers. Matt's secret. Now let's hear what the secret of yours is. What if Mr. Carida had been successful in his plan? What would he have disclosed? I told you before, dude. I don't know. I don't know anything about Juan, okay? Look, Mr. Wright, I can keep on saying it until I'm blue in the face, but I totally didn't pay Juan any attention the whole time that night. I mean, come on. I was in the middle of a nap. Don't lie to me. Huh? I know you paid close attention to Mr. Carida, especially on that night. Spy camera. Someone used his camera to secretly film Mr. Carida's room the night of the murder. Secretly film? What? And then, sent the images the camera took with this transmitter. Wow, but dude, where was this camera you're talking about hidden? The bear! The spy camera was hidden in this bear's eye. A bear that was supposed to be a present from a fan. Oh, there's one. I guess one had a few of those kind of fans too, huh? Huh, dude? Actually, I wouldn't say this bear was a present from a fan. You sure, dude? Who else could it be from? The person who gave this bear to Mr. Kurita was you, dude. Where is he? Mr. On Guard, don't you know this bear from somewhere? I don't think I've ever met Mr. Bear before, dude. Oh, but he says he knows you. How could you forget such a great friend? What else did the bear tell you? He says that the one who put the camera in his eye was you, Mr. On Guard. If I didn't know how you work in court, I think I was in some serious trouble. Come on, this is all a joke, right, dude? You're just pulling my leg. Also, you're not ready to give up your secret yet. Well, do you have any proof you want to show me first? Here is proof that it was you who put the camera inside the bear. Credit card receipt. I have here one credit card receipt, Mr. On Guard. It's from when you bought that stuffed bear. Dude, all you can tell from this is that I spent $3,800. I go to that department store all the time, okay? This $3,800? This could be the toothbrush I bought that one time. A $3,800 toothbrush. It's ivory, and it's got elephant hair for bristles. Ew. Elephant hair? Is that what rich people use nowadays? Anyway, the store clerk clearly remembers you and your purchase. After all, you even gave him an autograph, did you not? Dude, you should have said that earlier. Okay. Whew! So, can I ask you one thing? Yes. You're my lawyer, right, dude? So, if you are, then why are you looking into stuff like that? Because if I don't know the truth, I can't help you. That was more like stupid lawyer talk to me. Hey, let's stop talking about this, okay? No, not yet. I haven't asked why you set the camera up yet. And what your secret is. Of course, it would be strictly confidential. So, what are you gonna do now? I'm gonna find out what I want to know. Because I must. The reason you hid this camera in Mr. Kurita's room and filmed it in secret is... Ugh. Adrian Andrews? There's a rumor going around that Miss Andrews and Mr. Kurita were having secret meetings. You, who was keeping tabs on Mr. Kurita, you were going to reveal this as a fact, or as fact, and turn it into a scandal. Isn't that right? Dude, you can be such a moron. Oh man, Mr. Lawyer dude, that kind of scandal? That's the good stuff. That's what we want in the industry. Or we in the industry call juicy. The good stuff. Juicy? Look, we can get publicity without spending a penny with that kind of stuff. I mean, if people stop paying attention to us, then it'd be the end, dude. Too bad, that wasn't your intention. What are you talking about? I wish your reason for spying was something so innocent, but it wasn't. You didn't spy on Mr. Kurita because of Miss Andrews. There's only one reason I can think of for you to do such a thing. The real reason you set up that camera in Mr. Kurita's room was to find this. What is this card? Maybe he doesn't know about this card. This is a certain man's calling card. The man's name is Shelley the Killer. And I'm sure you know of him, don't you? Shelley the Killer? That's ridiculous. Why would I know some shady scumbag like him? If you really don't know him, then why are you acting so jumpy all of a sudden? This is it. I'm finally starting to get to the truth. I can't afford to make any more mistakes now. Mr. Matt On Guard, I know why you know Mr. the Killer. It's because you're his client. Since you're the one who set up that camera, that means you knew. You knew exactly what was going to happen in that room. So, how? How would you know something like that? It's because you're his client. That's why. You hired Shelley the Killer to assassinate Mr. Juan Kurita. The real mastermind behind this whole murder is you, Matt On Guard. Oh god, I think this is one of the best things. No, I really like this. And here I was trying to be a good boy for you, dude. I thought if you didn't know, you'd be able to do your job without feeling bad. Well, that's what I thought anyway. Mr. On-Guard, you really did hire? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna consult myself, okay? Consult? Myself? Well, I guess it's probably about time anyway. About time for what? I think it's time for you to meet him now, Mr. Lawyer Dude. Yeah, there it is. Oh, even in the show I loved this. How do you do, Mr. Lawyer? I'm Matt On-Guard. Yeah, he's a totally different person. Oh my god, look at him. Matt's secret. Oh man, the song. Well done, Mr. Wright. I bet it wasn't easy to gather as much information as you have. You really... So you were Shelley the Killer's client? You don't really think I would dirty my own hands in this, do you? What do you mean? And that woman, Adrian was quite brave herself. Trying to stick the crime on me, I didn't think she had it in her. All I care about is that one is dead, isn't that right, Mr. Lawyer? But that's... You're lying. What a terrible... It's way past your bedtime, little girl. Go on and let us grown-ups talk about more adult things. But why? Why did you hide the video camera and... A weakling soon believes the words of others, just like that pathetic Adrian. He knew about Miss Andrews' secret. But I'm no weakling. I don't believe anyone. Least of all assassins. What? Oh, come now, Mr. Wright. Assassins aren't above blackmail. They turn their clients into cash cows by holding the sinful deed over their heads. And a superstar like me, how much do you think I'm worth? Care to guess? And that's why... Yes, that's where the video comes in. It's got his face and the crime scene recorded on it, preserved for all time. With that, I can keep him at bay and even blackmail him if I want. That's right, that video is my insurance. Isn't that what they call it, Mr. Wright? Why would you do something so wrong? Because I'm a grown-up, and I can. Good enough of an answer for you, little girl? Jesus. Oh my. Why? Why would you kill Mr. Carita? Because he was about to sling so much dung onto my beautiful public image. Scandals are a little annoying, aren't they? This is all because of that press conference, isn't it? If Mr. Carita had been able to give it, then Mr. On-Guard's secret would have... Oh well, that's what we call taking advantage of the situation, you know? I had no interest in doing it, really, but bit by bit, it crept up on me. And then the situation just presented itself perfectly. How beautiful, I thought. And that's how Mr. Carita ended up dead. Let me tell you something. I'm not like Adrian. I don't depend on anyone. People are simply things to be used and thrown away. Put on a sweet innocent face and people will swallow anything you feed them. Adrian fell for it. The assassin too. Oh, and how can I forget? Even you fell for it, Mr. Lawyer. Everyone, all working their butts off for me, Matt On-Guard. Oh, did that leave you speechless? What a shame. What's wrong, Mr. Lawyer? You've grown awfully quiet. How could I have been so deceived by you all this time? When we first met, I asked if you had killed Juan Carita, and you answered very clearly that you hadn't killed anyone. Hey now, I never told you any lies. The person who did the killing was that killer guy, right? All I'm guilty of is taking a catnap in my room. You killed Mr. Carita. I dare you to say that in court tomorrow. Oh, but too bad. You can't. You're my lawyer, after all, aren't you? You could always drop my case and refuse to represent me. How does that sound? Oh, but you can't, can you? That would be the one thing you absolutely can't do. Mystic Maya. You wouldn't want to test a killer. He's a man of his word, or so I hear. You could end up getting a certain friend of yours rubbed out if you lose. You... scoundrel. So if I were you, Mr. Wright, Esquire, I think I would give it my all tomorrow. Remember, everyone likes a happy win-win resolution. I'll get you for this. That's such a cliché phrase. Juan said something just like that, if memory serves. Of course, well, we all know how well things turned out for him, don't we? Good night, Mr. Lawyer. Maya. Maya, what am I supposed to do? And now you've finally found it. Oh! The starting line of this case. Edgeworth. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Okay. Jesus. Well, right, what are you gonna do? If you plan on changing your defense... No. We can't do that. That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should we do? That's not something I can answer for you. Mr. Edgeworth. Right, only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, Wright, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Let's talk. Matt on guard. I'm a lawyer, but to fight for someone who is clearly a killer, Matt on guard, that man is really... It doesn't matter who, every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? It is where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery. Or is it? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you have fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I've believed in my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. Maya's situation. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who were suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right, would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, wouldn't you say? You're a defense lawyer. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Why fight? People like you and Franziska von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. But I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And, isn't that the same for you? Or same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed? You are so petty. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realise the error of my ways. I realised that things such as a perfect record were meaningless. I don't believe you. Are you saying that is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you will be powerless to change the ending of this story. Ho ho! Very nice. Beepity beep, 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 beep. Mr. Nick, the transceiver. I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Well then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. Ongard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me. A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself. I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am. Yeah. This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honour and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is a part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney. And to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before. However, you did. But my name is DeKiller. Shelley DeKiller. I mean, that was obvious. You're Shelley DeKiller? Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a DeKiller, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain, Maya, it would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long nap. No! Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace this signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. That was Shu. Mystic Maya. I don't know what to say. Edgeworth. Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission? Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be. That cat. Can it? What is it? I think I know where Shelley DeKiller is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately. Jesus, things are getting real cool. Alright, you hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. The fight has only just begun. Jesus. Yeah. Wait, how can I get... Oh, hotel lobby, and then I can get to his house. The house. Oh. Oh, the figurine. Oh, the bear even. Maya! Please answer us, Mystic Maya. We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. Assuming he's still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler, all this time, he was DeKiller. He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they had worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Yeah, I've noticed something different. Kaboom! Oh, it's a figurine of a bear. But there were a lot of cuts in it for some reason. Figurine was added. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Miss Karina? Why would something like this be here? Right, look down. There's a little pet dog installed here. I'm sure that's for Shu. Do you think that this came from that little door? This door. It's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking down doors. Or doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. We're in here. There's no one here. From the looks of this room, I would say that this is On Guard's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antenna for sending and receiving radio signals and a VCR. Check inside the desk. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found. No. But there's no mistake that someone used this record to record something. Or used this to record something. I bet. Looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Ah, okay. I don't think there's anything here. Wine cellar. Ah, the picture. We searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl is looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out of this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. Photo! Photo! This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste. Miss Impax? You mean... Yes, Mr. Karita's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss Impax be here in Mr. On Guard's mansion? And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. Celeste's photo added to the court record. Oh. Ah, what's wrong, Pearls? Please let me see that picture frame. Huh? What's so special about the frame? On the back. There's something written on the back of the frame. Maya. It's Mystic Maya. She left us a message. Okay. What? So she actually left us a message. I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You'd better you'd better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you. Ever. I'm fine. So you don't need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. Hunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Aww. No! Right. What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. Looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes? As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm gonna get. But I'm still short one last thing. Oh, pardon me. And what is that? Andrew's Cyclock. Miss Andrew's Cyclock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I can stand a chance in court tomorrow to blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, pals. It's time to open that last lock. Yeah! Oh, we're going there immediately. Really? Okay, cool. Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill. Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your Cyclock. Cyclock? I want to know, and you will tell me, your secret. Fine, go ahead. Try to break me if you can. Oh, I can. Right, okay. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Ongard for the murder? I've already told you countless times, it's because I thought Matt was the killer. No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Ongard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said, revenge. So you are saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for. Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on another person. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. Boom! Celeste. There's only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge. And that is Miss Impact's suicide. What are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. Oh, pardon me. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt? You're right, you haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. Ongard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impacts and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between Celeste and Matt? I can. I think they must have been a couple, but he broke it off, more than likely. And just ruined her, I'm gonna guess. This is a photo of Miss Impacts, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impacts' handwriting, isn't it? Where did you find this? No, that's alright, it was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Ongard's mansion. And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed. Ooh, she looks so defeated. So, why frame him? Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan. Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out. Because Mr. Corrida didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes. Because of Matt. Because of Mr. Ongard? What do you mean? I think I can see where this is going. Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at that time. Oh. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together. So that's why, with love, Celeste is written on the frame of the picture. They were a couple, weren't they? Wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Oh no. toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible. Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself. Oh. Revenge. I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste. I see, so that's what happened. But then why did Mr. Corrida have to call off the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Oh, to know that Matt was, like, there first, I suppose. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Oh, Miss Impacts. That wasn't the end of it. That day I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind, and in that note she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. But why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realised that that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge. Revenge. There's that word again. Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of that suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. Similar to what Matt did, it seems. And that was at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it, because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note, and that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters, so when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man? I'm a lawyer. I see. What a foul profession. Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me. It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway. I can't sleep either. Not with my situation, or with what I know now. I think that might be the end of the chapter. Finally. Woohoo! Oh my god, we're on the final stretch. The last stretch of the game. Woohoo! Oh man. Am I glad? It's taken a long ass time to get here. Whoa. Oh great, it's going on its own. Crap. How did I get into this mess? That's far enough. You can't run forever, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What have I done wrong? Cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney. Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. So he's having another nightmare. Oh, snap. I've had this dream before, someplace, some time ago. as if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer to prove a killer innocent. Does it now save to be continued? Oh no. District Court Defendant Lobby number 3! Right, so now, that is going to be the end of this session. Thank you so much for watching, I hope you have enjoyed, and until next time, take care.